Hello and welcome to DataSunrise functionality demonstration video. In today's video, we will discuss how to configure DataSunrise events export via Syslog to the SIEM tool of your choice. On the example of Splunk, a popular SIEM tool, we will discuss how to configure everything on both ends. Let's first configure the SIEM tool and then configure what is required on DataSunrise end to turn DataSunrise installation into the event generator, which will produce events which will be ingested by our Splunk server. First, let's go to Splunk and add new data. Choose Monitor, choose TCP UDP data source. DataSunrise leverages UDP protocol for sending syslog events. For this, let's choose a port which will be enabled on Splunk server. Let's choose some non-default one like 525. But you can stick to the default one as well. Next, let's configure the source type. In our case, it is Syslog. App context will be left as default. Host is default. Let's create a new index where we'll be storing all the events generated by DataSunrise and ingested by Splunk. Let's leave everything as is and click Save. Now let's review our configuration and submit. For our convenience, let's go to the searching page. And of course, we don't have any data yet. Let's reconfigure DataSunrise. Start sending events to Splunk server. DataSunrise events export via Syslog is configured in Configuration, Syslog Settings. We can see that there are two tabs. First is CEF groups, which stand for Common Event Format Groups. And second is Syslog Settings. Let's go to the second tab. Here, let's configure the remote server settings. Let's choose protocol type remote host and remote port. Please note that you can use local syslog for Linux installations, but for Windows cases, my installation is done on Windows. I have only a remote syslog option. But you can leverage localhost here to mitigate this limitation. Let's choose the default protocol type, which is RFC 3164 compliant. Let's configure our remote host. You can also use IP address here. And the remote port 525. Please do not forget to configure this port on the SIEM tool server host to admit messages, to accept messages coming on the particular port. Save. Now let's configure what we are going to send. My particular use case is I would like to send my audit events to my SIEM tool. For this, I would like to create a separate group of events. As a baseline, we can leverage the default group, which contains all the examples of actions which are generated by DataSunrise and which you can reuse in your own common event format messages. Let's choose Operation Open. Let's inspect the syntax. Let's copy the common event format message. Now let's go back to the doc. Let's add new group. Let's call it DAM and enable it right away. Let's click Save. Let's go. Let's add new common event format message item. Let's call it the same, Operation Open. Let's paste our common event format message here. Let's give it a name. And I would also like to slightly customize my message. And I would like to add some more information from audited event. For this, you can leverage parameters option in the second part of this page. So here you can find all the parameters which can be used for the common event format group item of the particular type. Let's see what we can get here. We can get more insights on the connection, on the session information, and on the operation information itself. I would like to add information about application which was used for the particular query which was audited by DataSunrise. I would like to see this information in my messages in the SIEM tool. For this, I will choose session application parameter. You can always inspect what this or that parameter means by using the tips. Let's copy the parameter name and slightly edit our message. In order to refer to the parameters of our audited event, you can use the following syntax: $sign and parameter name wrapped into the curly braces. Now let's save our entry. Save again our common event format message group. And finally, let's attach this group to one of our policies we have here. For example, let's attach it to our audit policy. You can do it in action section in Syslog configuration drop-down list. Here you can use our newly configured custom common event format message group called DAM. Now let's save the rule. And let's connect to our MySQL proxy. Now let's generate some activity which will be captured by DataSunrise. Okay, good. Now let's disconnect and switch to Splunk. Let's go to the corresponding web page and hit search button. We can find all our events here. All our queries got captured by DataSunrise, and the corresponding events were forwarded to our Splunk server. From here, you can process the data according to your workflow in the particular tool. So to sum up, in today's video, we have discussed how to configure DataSunrise and SIEM tool integration via Syslog protocol. Now, you can use DataSunrise to integrate with the SIEM tools in your environment which support Syslog protocol to boost your events awareness and increase your information security to the newer level than before. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.